Right, good afternoon. Hi there. Hi, Mooky. Pleased to meet you. Mr. Booth. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you as well.
Basically, what today's about is about bringing you two and the Blackpool Tower Circus to social media, really, to Facebook and to YouTube.
Okay.
Okay. And what I've done is.
Where are the cameras? Which one are the cameras?
Okay. Main camera.
Straight over there.
Yeah, this one's just on an angle. That's all three of us again.
Right.
Yeah.
The good side, is it?
Absolutely. It's getting. I knew you two were going to be trouble. Right.
Help.
So we've got the popcorn.
Okay.
Which can I just say, the questions are loaded in the popcorn. He's cheating.
Because I've got a bad memory.
You've got a memory.
I've got a terrible memory, Mr. Boo. So, Mooky, right. This is going to be.
It's improvising now. It's improvising.
We're improvising already.
We're getting off the script. Okay, here we go.
I left the script in the car. Okay, so let's go with the first question. These are all questions from our viewers.
Oh, brilliant.
Okay, so the first one.
Two questions.
Two questions. So this is at either of you. So if you could do a different role within the circus, what would it be and why?
Croissants. That's my
I would have like a
seated role.
You know what? You know, role reversal. You just put the ham on the outside.
Makes no sense.
It does.
Anyway,
seriously.
Okay.
Seriously.
What would you be if you wasn't in the circus?
Probably. I would be without a girlfriend, probably.
So nothing new there.
No.
Yeah, exactly. There we go.
No. The question was, what would you do other than what you do in the circus?
Yeah.
That's the question. Yeah. What would you do? What
Probably like a physicist, or like a rocket scientist. You know, something that uses my intelligence.
Within the circus.
In the circus. Oh, what do you do? Anything else in the circus?
Anything else in the circus?
Well, I'd probably
Should we
be
swap
like
places?
Yes.
You can ask me the questions.
Yes.
I'd probably be like a strong man. You know, something that uses my physique.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's the first thing you see
You know
when
what
you
I
look
mean?
at
It's the physique, you know, and it's a shame not to use it, sort of thing.
I was thinking more like a double for King Kong. You know, like no, or
You have to mention the hair.
I'm just saying.
I'll be honest with you. If I wasn't doing the comedy with him, well, I used to be a juggler.
Comedy, yeah.
Well, I don't. I'm a good-looking one. He does the comedy. I would probably. Well, I used to be a juggler, so maybe that. But if not that, I actually like the technical side of things. I like doing the lights and the sound and the props and making stuff. We do that anyway, but I enjoy doing all that kind of side of it as well. So maybe something with that.
So at the beginning of the season, when you obviously get together and you sort of say, right, this is what we're doing, is that your bag then? Doing the lighting?
No, we share it.
What happens is my dad, he sort of says, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
Do it.
This is and now do it. Yesterday, he sort of makes he books all the acts and he goes, books all the acts, gets everything set, gets everything together, and then we all have our departments. You know, my mum does her side of things, and he does sort of like the rigging, puts the props up, the rigging and all which is a big side of it. Which you don't think that
means anything,
the trapeze just goes up and that's it. How long would it take you on a big drop like
20
that?
minutes.
20.
No, but you have to remember, it takes a day beforehand. You have to know the props and know how they work.
Yes.
You have to get the cables made, because
And
it takes 2 days
measurements.
to get them made and have to measure perfect. Because if there's a strap line trapeze off by half an inch, the triple don't catch. Simple as that. Triple don't catch.
Well, the catcher, has to be at the
right.
Angle,
Everything has to be perfectly measured to the height and the angle. So there's a lot of details, and now with the new laws and everything has to be registered and tested.
That's what you would do. If you wasn't, you'd be a rigger.
A rigger.
I kind of knew you did the rigging because I've noticed in the show you have a routine. You walk around, you check all
Force of habit.
presume you're just checking for wear and tear and all.
Wear and tear and everything,
Yeah.
and also it's unfortunate. You see with the tenting circus, when other shows, they
travelling around.
Travelling every week, gets put down and checked.
Yes.
And everybody does check them. They all check the props. But I've got a bit of OCD about that. I like to check
But
myself,
here,
which is good.
and what he's trying to
It's
say
good.
here,
It's my
because
kind
you're
of-
in one place,
You leave
kind
it
of
up.
put something up,
And
and
you leave
you
it there
go,
for 6
yeah,
months.
it's set. That's not, and that's when things get wear and tear.
Yes.
You don't notice. Where if you're
Absolutely.
taking them down enough every day, you can see, oh, that's a bit rubbing it. You know, you can
Yeah.
see
Yeah,
the
yeah,
wear and tear of it.
In the same way, a travelling circus would, travelling fairground. Or
Absolutely, see, absolutely, same
Yeah.
thing. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's what you would do. You'd be like a hairy rigger.
A hairy rigger.
Hairy
I would
rigger.
climb things and use my chest hair and make ropes out of them and splice rope into the chest hair.
That would be a good. That's a good.
Abseiling would be good for abseiling, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Yeah.
That's good. So I think we've run out of time now. So I don't think we can do any more questions.
Why can't we just cut in between?
Absolutely, yeah.
And just keep asking the
yeah,
questions.
absolutely,
But
yeah.
you didn't ask me.
He did ask you.
I didn't ask you,
But I think
yeah.
that doesn't matter really anyway.
It doesn't really
So I think we should just carry on.
Okay.
What's the next question?
Yeah, I mean, the only reason you're here today is because Keith Chedwin couldn't make
No,
it,
I
to
know,
be
I'm
fair.
sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, the next
I'm
question
sorry I
is,
turned up now.
how much does the audience influence your performance? Do
Well, I'll answer this question. I'll let him do that.
you want to go and get your lunch? I'll tell you one thing.
The audience influence everything. That's everything. Your show is determined by what the audience is like, and not throughout the whole show, but it's determined within the first 2 minutes. So the audience will give you a rhythm. On the first 2 minutes, you walk out and say hello, you throw a few questions, a couple of gags, and you throw a good one out that you know will get a laugh. And if it doesn't, then you go, okay, not that one. And then within the first 2 minutes, they give you your rhythm. So sometimes, I'm sure you've watched the show, I've seen you up there many times. There's certain days where you'll go at a slower pace, and certain days where you just fire it out like a machine gun, because they determine it. Some audiences, for instance, day before yesterday, there was a wonderful audience, and they sat there like that and was just patient. We got facing the right direction, and we stood dead quiet and just reacted, and then quiet again. And then some days where you come in and they're like that. If you don't carry it, they want to change the channel, you know. So you've got to speed up. So it's
It's not
the
really
audience.
bad, but it's just a different rhythm.
It's a
you have to
different
adapt to
rhythm,
them. They're not supposed to adapt to you. You can't do
they-
the same thing
they-
and they have to laugh. No, you have to adapt
the
to them.
audience, if you listen to the audience, you will have a good rest of the show. But if you listen to the audience for the first 2 minutes, you'll have a great show. And if you don't, if you go at your own pace, then it's hit and miss. So it's, like I say, you're only as good as your audience. So if you didn't enjoy the show, it's your fault.
It's your fault.
Yeah.
You'll notice there's a lot of deviating away from the script with you two.
Absolutely.
A lot.
Absolutely, because
Um,
you know what
it-
the deviation is? It's whatever happens before we hit that curtain.
You're continuing it into
yes,
the ring.
exactly, because what happens is things happen back there, whatever, or on the drive here, or somewhere where something's said or whatever, and then it's got to be. Plus, we also have key words that we give to each other, challenges that we have to say out loud within the routine, without it being noticed.
Are they family friendly?
Oh yes,
Words?
absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Of course,
absolutely,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean,
Absolutely.
you could give us a word like I don't know, shoe, or I don't know, iPhone, and you've got to get that word into the show somewhere where it actually makes sense, and it's
And you can get
blends
to laugh
in.
and all that.
So
Yeah.
that's a great technique if you want to keep
Brain
you know,
going.
your brain going. Yeah, absolutely. What was the question?
But forget the question. But I just think, I mean, I've
What was the question?
The question was, how much is the audience influence
influenced your performance.
your performance?
Okay.
So we start again.
Yes.
But having seen the show lots and lots of
Yeah.
times,
Sad.
I can.
I don't know how you do
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Sorry, to apologise about that.
I notice that every show is different.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and I do notice.
And that's not. You would love to say.
Sorry, did I interrupt you?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's not the reason for that. Isn't that they're ad libbing and we can't remember the script.
Yeah.
So we just
But it just adds to it. I mean, most days you're good, and other days you're excellent.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
Yeah.
But then again, it's the
It's
audience.
feeding off the audience
they're
again.
Wonderful. I mean, Blackpool, they're wonderful. I can't stress it enough. I've worked all around the world. I mean, all around the world. Germany, Spain. It's worked on, and I cannot stress. And maybe German. The German audiences are very good. They're very good. They are very good. But Blackpool audience, there's something about them, and they come in here and they, I don't know. You know, when you go to see a James Bond movie or a Batman movie, you have to sit down in that frame of mind. You can't sit down and go, we're watching Shakespeare. You know, you're watching a guy in a suit and fly about. You've got to put yourself in that mood. And they do that. And the Blackpool audience do that. They sit down and they go, right, I'm 6 years old to 60 or 9 months old to 90. You know, they're in that mood of,
I don't think the 9 months old really think about it that much.
There was a 9-month-old baby yesterday.
I know, but they don't really think about it. I'm going to put myself in a frame of mind of not.
No, I think they do. You have to sit down like a child a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, when you sit down a second, even though it's violence as well, but you have to sit down like a child, because otherwise, you know, you're in the wrong frame of mind. I think. You know, I definitely can be in a very say you stub your toe on the bed as you wake up in the morning.
Hit your head boards you know.
No, okay. Enough with the short jokes. And you're in a bad mood. You come in here. I come through staff entrance, and I come in and you put your gear on and you put yourself into a better place, a better mood to do the show. And once the show starts, within 20 minutes, you forgot about all it runs, because it makes you put yourself into a good mood. Believe it or not, it's true. Now, on a day off, if you have a bad day, you have a bad day all day. All day long. You know.
I mean, I've seen you after the show when you've had a bad day and you've had a bad leg and a sore throat and everything, but it doesn't show through the show.
No.
It never shows.
But the wonderful thing about the audience is, if you come in and you have a bad throat, because I get a bad throat quite a lot, because we do a lot of shows. And
you 18 a day, don't you?
76 shows a day.
Wow.
And that's just during the day, because we also do them at night. And your voice goes, and the audience all of a sudden go, and they go dead quiet and try and listen to you and help you. So it's wonderful. Just like
when the radio mics aren't working.
It can happen, you know. Technical problems can happen. I mean, years ago when I first started, there was no radio mic. You just shouted.
1840s was, and the megaphones.
No, we just shouted. We just went, woo, scream. And, you know, we managed because the audience, you know, they did that. But then again,
before the Magic Lantern show, you know.
Yes, but then again, Bubble, you know, you have to remember that you wouldn't do an announcement over music.
Of course not. No.
Whereas now you have music playing, you know, through the speakers, and then you do an announcement. So everything breathes together, you know.
I think that answers that question, because that was about 6 hours ago.
Yes.
And we've got about 76 more shows.
You've got
75.
What you can't
75 now. Yeah.
What you can't see, everybody, there's about 15 people all stood behind us, all waiting to move us on. So we better.
And there's a guy with the camera going.
Yeah,
he's just turned around, and there's nothing.
The next one.
There's a 15 people.
Yeah. There we go. The next one, T.
He ruined
it. We'll cut that bit out. Yeah. So tea, coffee, sugar, oh no, sorry, that's my Tesco shopping list. Yeah, Tesco shopping list, every little else. Right, okay, here we go. Do you get nervous before a performance, and do you have a set routine? Well, we've kind of...
Do you want to answer that? No,
I'll answer because mine will be shorter, I think, so. Nervous. When I first started, I used to get quite nervous, and now, actually, I feel more comfortable on stage than off. I'll be honest with you. It sounds really weird.
Yeah.
But I feel more comfortable going on stage. I don't know, it feels like home. Didn't to start with, but now it really feels like home.
There isn't that like 10-minute build-up before you come out through the curtain where you...
I've never got nervous. I never ever get nervous, because I've been doing it since I was that young that I didn't realise that you need to get nervous, or there's pressure. But what I do... What I do? I sit down, get ready. I do sit, get my gear on, and I sit down, and I have maybe 10 minutes just sat down. Not necessarily concentrating on what I'm going to say or do or whatever, just clear my mind, because at home I've been building something and your mind's still there. Just clear your mind, that's all I do. But I never get nervous, and like he says, the second you walk through the curtains, it's kind of like I don't know, it's a nice walk. It's like a very good friend of mine says when he comes out of comic, and he comes out, and if they're a good drag, he said, that was like a warm bath. It's when you come in and lights hit you, you feel warm, and you know, it's probably a nicer feeling than but no, I don't. To answer your question, I don't get nervous like you were before this interview.
He was shaking. He was shaking.
Not me,
He
not
was
me.
shaking. He knocked over his popcorn.
Let's
by the
move
way.
on. Let's move on. Don't know what you're talking
Next.
about. Yeah. Do you want some popcorn, by the way?
No, I'm driving.
Oh, you're driving.
No, poke on it.
Okay. If you were not involved in the... Oh, I think this is similar to the last one. If you were not involved in the circus or entertainment, what career would you like to do?
Ooh.
I'm not going to answer that question.
No,
I'm
because
not letting him answer that question.
What I would do is I would build robots and animatronic stuff, you know, and like props for like.
You work for George Lucas, basically. You work for George
Yeah, or
Lucas.
yeah, if I could work for, say, a company like, I don't know,
Stan Winston or something like that.
Stan Winston Studios.
Just
Yes,
sound,
if you're not aware of what they do animatronics and.
Yeah.
I would love to do that sort of thing, but I don't think that will ever happen. So I'll have to just carry on.
I'm going to put that to one
farming
side
about.
because I want to ask you about that
Yes.
towards the end.
Okay.
Because I know a little bit about what you've been doing there, prop building.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in a
I'm not going
minute.
to have to the popcorn yet.
No.
I'd be a chef probably, I think. I'd love to be a chef. I like
Yes,
cooking.
he's a good cook actually.
I love
He's a
cooking.
good
I'm obsessed
cook.
with cooking. So
Yeah, he
I
likes
know it's
to-
hard
Like a
to get-
microwave.
No.
You know, with
no,
10
no.
microwaves.
No, proper.
No, I mean,
2
no, I
minutes.
mean, I make my own bread and pasta and
Wow.
quite sad. I've got an extension in my house with like a 5 metre by 5 metre kitchen.
Yeah.
Like a 9-ring hob, and I'm quite
Oh
obsessed
yes,
with it all.
he's
Yeah.
proper.
I once
proper.
bought a tin of evaporated milk and I got home. There's nothing inside
Nothing
it.
inside.
No.
Nothing inside.
I also bought a fish as well from Morrison's and I got home. There's nothing inside it. Gutted. Anyway, so
Well, good job you didn't eat it.
am I in the show for today?
No.
I need
If you
to-
would have ate that
No,
fish,
you're
it would
not.
if you would have ate that fish, if you would have ate it, it would
Yeah.
give you a headache.
Now, that joke on a scale, what do you think?
On a scale.
Get another popcorn box, guys.
Hello, little cow. Anyway.